I ain't gotta chase it. Money's moving to me. I'm a millionaire. Money better cases. I ain't gotta chase it.
Hey, 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 what's going on, beautiful people? Happy Tuesday. That's what day it is, right? Happy Tuesday to you all. I hope that you've had an amazing day thus far. It feels as if it's been forever since I've been live, but I don't know, it's been that long. It's been a few days, but I wanted to come on here today to share a quick word of encouragement for many of you that will be watching. So if you are watching live, go ahead and comment below. Let me know who's here, rep your city, rep your country. Let me know where in the virtual building you are watching me from this afternoon, this morning, depending on where you are in the world. Let me know who's here. And I'm going to go ahead and get started with my intro as I always do. My name is Sharita Leon. I went from being a homeless, disabled single mom to a two-time #1 best-selling author with books that were on the bestsellers list for over 2 years straight. I'm also a life, relationship, and business coach, an internet marketing strategist, entrepreneur, international speaker, and the protege of the legendary Les Brown, a Forex trader and investor, and I empower my tribe to live their God-given purpose while creating wealth and have healthy relationships. I'm also a believer in my faith is exuded in all that I do. So welcome, everybody. Hey, 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 Miss Tiffany, how are you? Tacoma's in the building. Well, welcome, Tacoma. So I wanted to come on here today to really talk to you all about what is really happening. I know that there are a lot of people right now trying to figure out what is going on with my life. Like, what is happening? You're seeing things shift and you're feeling things shift, and things seem to be going left when you want them to go right. And it's like, whoa, wait a minute. Can I just have a second to breathe? And I wanted to come on here to really help you understand what's taking place. And as I shared before on another live stream, is that there are so many things spiritually happening right now. There are shifts taking place in the spirit. There are shifts taking place in our entire universe right now. But these are all things to work for you and not against you. And so it's going to be imperative that you look at things through the proper perspective and through the proper lens. Because if you don't, you will see things as if they're coming for you, but it's not. And so today I was having a conversation with a team member of mine, and we were talking about change. And we were saying how the only thing that is inevitable in life is change. Change is something that you're going to have to go through. No matter how many times you have gone through certain things, no matter if you want to or not, it doesn't matter. Change is going to happen, period. And so now you have to ask yourself, in the midst of change, am I going to choose to grow in this process? Am I going to choose to learn what I need to learn in this? Or am I going to see this as another woe is me opportunity? Because this is the thing. In life, our changes come to evolve us. Our changes come to evolve us. And the moment you become acquainted with that idea and you realize that my change is to help me reinvent myself, to help me become who I need to become, I'm not going to get discouraged in the changes that take place. And I'm not going to get discouraged or stay in a place of discouragement when things are going contrary to what I need them to do, because I understand that this change is for my elevation. And that takes a level of maturity. If y'all with me, go ahead and say something. That takes a level of maturity that everyone is not always willing to go through. But the faster we decide to go through it, the faster we can come on the other side. The faster we choose to use these opportunities to serve us, the faster we can have the manifestation of what it is that we actually desire. And so when we have that understanding, I can now choose to look at things in a way where I know you're going to work for me. One of the things that one of my good friends, Bianca, the CEO, always talks about is having your difficulties in life work for you, hiring your discouragement, hiring the disappointment, hiring the things that seem to come and throw you off course and make it work for you. And I have been a firm believer of that nearly my entire adult life, because I never had the mindset of, oh my gosh, this is happening to me and now I'm stuck. No, if I'm going through something, I'm going to learn what I have to learn from it. But more importantly, I'm going to make sure that this is going to be monetized in some way, shape, or form. I'm going to ensure that what I'm going through is going to help somebody else, but I'm not just going to go through negative things and just let it be negative. Absolutely not. And when I understand that the book that I live by says that all things work together for my good, I now have to make that my truth and figure out what is the good coming from this situation. What is the story that I'm allowing to tell myself about this situation? And in our evolving, in our shifting, in us reinventing ourselves, we get another opportunity to become a greater version of who God already called us to be. See, that's what all the shifting is about. That is what all of the changes are about. It's about putting you in a position for you to be forced to look at the greater version of you. And the sooner you're able to look at the greater version of you, you then know it's possible for you to become that person, which then is possible for you to have the lifestyle in which that person possesses. Last night, I was sharing with my team that what many of us are aspiring to create, what many of us actually desire, we've never had it before. And because we've never had it before, you've never had the amount of money before, you never had the flexibility or the freedom before, you have to become the person that can actually maintain, sustain, and grow that level of desire, that manifestation. You have to become somebody else to be able to sustain that. Because if you're someone currently right now that has a really bad issue with money, as soon as money comes into your hands, it's gone. What do you think is going to happen if you were to have right now access to millions of dollars? It will be more detrimental to you than an actual benefit or a blessing. So, in order to ensure that you can be the responsible, mature person with that money, that means now you have to become a person who has better discipline. Now you have to become a better person that understands how money works. You have to become a better person with what you currently have access to prove now that you can be faithful over many. Right? And so while it may seem like, oh my gosh, I'm tired of being broke. Oh my gosh, I'm tired of being in the wrong relationships. Oh my gosh, I'm tired of not being promoted at my job. You're looking and saying the wrong things. What you should be doing is looking at it from a different perspective. What do I need to do to get promoted at my job? Who do I need to become to be promoted? What kind of person do I need to be in order to attract the right type of relationship? We have to start asking ourselves the right questions. See, many of us, we don't have a problem asking questions, but we ask the wrong questions. We ask ourselves the wrong questions. Oh my gosh, what am I going to do? Yes, girl, get your notebook and make sure you share the video. You ask yourself questions like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? This bill is due and I don't have the money. Oh my gosh, what am I going to do? Because right now I feel a certain kind of way and I don't think I could go and do this interview. You're asking yourself the wrong questions. What if you started asking yourself questions like, what's going to happen when I actually become so successful that I need to ensure that I have financial advisors to take care of my money? Or who do I need to speak to in order to get the information that I need to become the better version of myself so that way I can live the lifestyle that I want? Who do I need to be surrounded by? What do I need to learn that's going to allow me the opportunity to have everything that I ever said I wanted? Because this is the thing, God wants you to have what you want in proper alignment. Pardon me as I sip my CBD coffee. God wants you to have it. But this is the thing. He wants you to mature in who he's called you to be so that you can have it. I was thinking earlier about the story of King David. Now, King David was anointed king way before he ever became king. So you can imagine, here he is, he's going from being a little shepherd boy, tending with the sheep and all the other kind of animals back there. God comes, sends a prophet to anoint him as king. He's now anointed as king, but he's still like seen as a shepherd's boy. He's still not ruling anything. He's still not in the palace as king. Yet and still, God anointed him as the king. So God spoke it. He had the manifestation of a prophet coming to anoint him. Yet and still, he didn't become an actual king until about 16 years later. Why is that? Why did God say that you were wealthy? Why did God say that you have an amazing marriage? Why did God say that you would change lives around the world? Why did God say that you are literally anointed to heal people, yet you're trying to figure out how your body's going to act right? How is it that God could tell you that you're rich, and yet your bank account tells you the exact opposite? Something is not adding up. Well, this is the thing. It's not what it looks like. It's not what it looks like. God sees the end from the beginning. And from the end, working backwards for us to catch on. And in the process of us having the word spoken over our lives until the actual manifestation, there's that in between phase where we become. So, although God called David to be king, David had to learn how to be a king. He had to learn how to rule over his own personal emotions. He had to learn how to govern and use and operate in wisdom. He had to learn how to hear God's voice for himself. He had to learn to go from looking like a shepherd's boy, looking all dirty, to now looking regal and having a certain posture of a king. And so it is for you. You have to become that person and going through your ups and downs and valleys in life, learning disciplines, learning new things, learning new ideas, learning new information, unlearning. Imagine the type of unlearning David had to go through from being a shepherd's boy in the back that no one's paying attention to, just dirty, to now learning how to be a king. What kind of mindset shift had to take place? And so it is with you. And so while it may seem like things are going astray, and while it may seem like you have to start all over, this is another opportunity for you to become that much greater. And when you have the perspective of this is working for me, and it's not what it seems, but my truth outweighs the facts that I may be presented with. And with that idea and understanding, eventually my truth now creates my facts. Oh, yeah, I need to write that down. My truth creates my facts. And that only comes with a proper perspective. That only comes with a willingness to evolve, to change, to grow, and to do whatever is necessary in order for you to manifest the promises that God has given you. Period. So if that means I have to reinvest too. Definitely have to reinvest. Hey Trish girl, I was looking for you yesterday. So if that means I have to reinvent myself again, then I'm going to do it. I'm going to continue to reinvent myself until I become the end result of what God spoke about before the foundation of the earth. So that means today I may come with black hair. Later, you might see me with blonde. You may see me speak on personal development. Then I may come back and speak to you about the Bible. That may mean you may see me come one day singing, another day me speaking. It doesn't matter. I'm going to constantly be reinventing myself until I become the manifestation of what He has called me to be. Period. And in that reinventing of myself, that also causes me to reassess my moves. It causes me to reassess my relationships. All of that is part of the process. Life is a series of processes, journeys, decisions, all of that. And who we choose to show up as. And the beautiful thing about it all is that we get to choose who we want to become. We get to choose. See, a lot of times we don't know that. We feel like, well, this is me. This is who I am. And you hear people say things like that. Well, it's just me. Well, then change. That's stupid. If who I currently am isn't serving me or serving others, why would I want to stay that way? If I have a nasty negative attitude, why would I want to stay that way? It's not yielding anything great in my life. And this was a conversation that I was having with myself when I was 18 years old. And I was realizing my thoughts are not aiding me right now. I used to be, when I tell people I used to be so different, nobody believes me, but trust me, I used to be so different. And I get excited thinking about it because I've come a long way. You hear me? A long way. And so I used to be the person that used to think negative all of the time. When I tell you all the time, I was such a negative thinker. And on top of being a negative thinker, I was someone that would say things like, well, I don't expect anything because if you expect things, then you'll be disappointed. Anybody here ever say that? Oh, I don't like to expect things because if I expect it, I'll be disappointed. And I don't want to be disappointed. So I'll just stay here and think about all the negative things. Well, honey, that makes no sense. So you don't want to expect greater things to happen. So you rather just stay in a place of no expectation, no faith, doubt, anyhow. Either way, it doesn't work in your benefit. In fact, that's worse being that way. And so I had to change my thinking. Hey, King, how are you? I had to change my thinking and I had to become somebody else. I realized the person that I was not going to have an amazing life. I wanted an amazing life. And so, because I wanted an amazing life, I had to change. And guess what? I've created some amazing things in my life, and I'm still changing. I'm still evolving. Hey, Miss Tony, how are you? I'm still changing. I'm still evolving, and I'm still being challenged on so many different levels. And this is the thing. As you are elevating, you have more opportunities. I'll use that word. You have more opportunities to elevate your thinking and how you move. And so, because you have new opportunities that are going to stretch you and pull you, and you're like, whoa, what the heck is happening? How am I here right now? And then you hear that voice within you that's been trained. See, that's why you have to train your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind says, well, didn't you say you wanted to do X, Y, and Z? Didn't you say you wanted to have this type of lifestyle? Didn't you say you're going to be making 6 figures a week? Didn't you say? And you're like, oh, okay. That's what's happening. I'm being prepared for that next level now. And that's it. That's how you have to see it. So now I'm like, okay, in this opportunity right now, am I going to choose to hire this situation to work for me, or am I going to be a slave to the situation? Am I going to hire the situation to work for me, or am I going to be a slave to the situation? Well, honey, Ain't nobody gonna be a slave around these parts, right? So I'm gonna serve you your working papers. Disappointment, let me share with you how you're going to work for me. You're going to turn this whole situation around and you're going to give me exactly what I need you to do. You're going to go and create hope. That's what you're going to do. You're going to give me an opportunity to learn how to do something differently. Shifting, people leaving. Oh, so you're making room for the right people to come. Got it. See, it's all about perspective and having things work for you. Period. And the moment you decide to be the CEO of your life, everything changes. Hire things to work for you. Hire the proper mindset. Hire the proper perspective. I think that's what I'm going to talk about tomorrow on my inspirational call. And things change. So right now I have an opportunity to level up. Right now I have an opportunity to level up. In fact, I want you all right now to type this. I have an opportunity to level up. Type right now, I have an opportunity to level up. And so guess what? I rise to the occasion. Like the phoenix, baby, I rise, darling. I rise to the occasion. It doesn't always feel good. Sometimes it seems like it's not going to happen. But then I'm reminded of who I am. I'm reminded of God in me. I'm reminded of the promises on my life. I'm reminded that, hey, I've done it before. If I've done it before, surely I can do it again. Why? Because I'm unstoppable. I'm unstoppable. Period. I am unstoppable. And when you realize that you're unstoppable, you laugh. You know, the Bible says to laugh in the face of adversity. You just gotta laugh sometimes. Folks may look at you like you're crazy. Like, why is she laughing? Like, what just happened? Listen, I'm laughing. Awesome, awesome. I just started laughing. Some people probably wonder why she's always laughing when she's on here. That's part of my regime, honey. Laughter creates a certain vibration. Laughter taps into joy. So I laugh to tap into and stay in the vibrational frequency of joy, but not only for myself, but to exude that to others. Everything that I do is intentional. Whether other people realize it or not. This is why you have to know who you are and not be moved by other people's opinions of you or what you should be doing. And so today, I don't know what your life is looking like, but if it looks opposite of what you've been believing for, if it looks like the opposite of the promises that God has made to you, I just came to remind you that is not what it looks like. It's not. It's not what it looks like. And you have the ability to be the artist that has a blank canvas and just brushes away, adding a little bit of red here, a little bit of orange there, a little black here, some pink, oh, a little bit of yellow. You have the opportunity to create the canvas of your life. You do. Your words, the way you move, the ideas and thoughts that you have, the conversations that you engage in, all of that helps you create the life that you actually want. Trusting and believing that God will bring everyone and everything that you actually need to get you there. He will do it supernaturally. You don't have to know how. The how is never your business. The how is never your business. Your business is to know that it is. Period. That's it. It's done. It is established. It is finished. And so because it is finished, You show up every single time, and you will see the manifestation of what God has promised you. Y'all, it's a new season. It's a new day. It's a new world, literally. And that's because things are shaking in the spirit realm. God has allowed certain things to shake to help you rise. Things are shifting and moving and making a lot of us uncomfortable because a lot of us won't move unless we are uncomfortable. So get ready, put your straps on, put your boots on, say, let's go. I got this. I got this. I was built for this. I was built for this. There is nothing that I cannot do. There's nothing my God cannot do. If God can do all things, so can I. I'm made just like him. I'm made just like him. So if God could do all things, guess what? I can do all things. Period. And so can you. So I pray that this has blessed you today. And I'm excited for the shifting and the elevation that you're going through. I'm excited for you coming up and rising to the occasion. I'm excited for the growth that you're going through. I'm excited that you've chosen to win. I'm excited that you've chosen to align yourself with the destiny that God has for you. I'm excited that there are amazing things happening for you right now, through you and to you. I'm excited because I know that the promises that God has spoken over your life are coming to manifestation now. I'm excited because I know that there are people and opportunities that are waiting for you now, and you are going to seize every single one of them. I'm excited because today is a brand new day with brand new benefits and blessings. And all you have to do is accept them and receive it. Period. My pleasure, Tiffany. So if you would like to work with me and have another opportunity to rise, another opportunity for you to be elevated, another opportunity for you to change your life financially and otherwise, you need to be in my inbox and I can share with you an opportunity that is changing my life and the life of so many other people and truly sent by God. I'm excited. Things are shifting and changing all in our favor. And it's your time to be elevated. So go to my inbox. If you're watching from YouTube, go ahead and email sharitaleon@gmail.com or find me on Facebook. Send me a message and let's work together and change some lives. And it's happening quickly, like so quickly. Things are shifting and working in our benefit. So don't miss out. In this season, you literally have to move quickly. Literally, you have to make decisions and make them quickly. Because if not, you'll miss out on opportunities more than ever. Now's the time of taking action. So listen, y'all, go ahead and get in my inbox. If you want some of the CBD coffee that I was sipping on today, go ahead and inbox me and I can send you some as well. Thank you for watching. Until next time, only believe until the end and go get your life in a cup of Caprice coffee. Be blessed, y'all.
I'm a millionaire, money better cases. I